more minutes than you said you were going to, Chase. So thank you. I owe you for this.
I didn't put any deadlines. I said I had to go by 9 Central. But if you really need to be on here, I would say. But I know your viewership's going to go crazy when I get off here.
We're going to be at 9 o'clock. We're going to talk to 9 o'clock. We're going to talk to Brian Massetti from California. They got 2 big pulls this weekend. I'm going to be in White Wright, Texas. We're going to be promoting full pull picks down there, as well as outlawpulling.tv. So I got a lot of good things going on. I'm going to rewind Mike's crazy runs. What do you think of that turbo tractor? It sounds like it's got a lot of RPMs and a bunch of potential, Chase. Have guys tried turbos in the mini class before over the years? Or
they have, and I'll tell you what, from a power standpoint, that thing makes a ton of power. And if someone can get it where you can keep the vehicle under control, I think all of us supercharger guys would be in trouble, to be honest with you. But
yeah,
it's not a lack of power issue, as you can probably see why the vehicle got upset. So kudos to him. And I'm always a fan of people that try to do stuff outside the box and innovate, and that's not an easy ask. It's particularly not easy in this class, in the mini rod class, because you can end up on your side or upside down like he did when you're trying new stuff. So a ton of respect for Mike and his team for trying to do stuff that hasn't been done before.
Yeah, Robert Miner says, want to see some water come to South Dakota and Iowa. It's crazy. Yeah, shout out to everybody, especially our friends in the Outlaws in Rock Valley. They're going through some terrible stuff there. So,
yeah, that's a bad deal.
Dave Schultz watching the big blue shirt from Bowling Green, talking about all helping each other. That's why you can't see a lot of the blue shirts helping at other polls. I always say we don't spectate well. That's funny, Dave. That is funny.
I'd agree.
But he's right. Brian's back. Chase, can you talk about turning down the hook on Saturday night on the Unlimited foursome and your thinking? Just curious, not being critical, just curious what you were thinking.
It's a great question, and I don't mind critical statements or questions at any time. My dad was obviously the driver, and he was on the brake really hard. And had he kept the run, I think we'd end up we'd end up fifth, I think. But as a driver, he knew more so than me, but I knew he was on his brake hard. And when you're on the brake that hard, it kills your run. So that's why we chose to drop it, and, thought all of our stuff could hold up well in a pull off, but it didn't. We lost a belt. A belt came off the back engine, at 200 feet and kind of shut it down from there. But it left the line great, and he was going to make a lap, but sometimes those things happen, and hindsight's 20/20. But we thought it was the right move to make, and it was not. But that happens.
Yep. No, the Pullen family is large, and it's fun to have these questions. It's fun what podcasting has done in these live shows like this to bring it. That's what I love, our countdown to pull times. We do those 2 hours before the show. We always try to find a storyline from the night before. On the first night, we try to get a promoter on there, and maybe some of that's done well in the points, or done very well at that facility. Shout out to Miles Krieger and Darren Hartwell and Phil Kelly, PK, for doing that. It was fun to see PK. He's been announcing a lot this year with us, and I got to drive his super farm up at Tomah. Got 5th place, so it was fun announcing for him as he was coming down the track on Saturday during the day. And it was great to see a lot of the fans. If you had a chance to stop by the Full Pull trailer, and you showed us that you had downloaded the app, we were giving out free T-shirts. Again, we're showing the replay of Mike Evans' Wild Ride. It's no joke in session 1 on Thursday night, the turbo-powered machine there out of Wisconsin. And Chuck commented earlier that he'll be back out in a couple weeks. I know he's excited to really try to get that thing figured out. So the next No Practice podcast, then, are you going to have one on the 4th of July, Chase? What's that look like for a date? Let me look. July 3rd would be the next one if you keep with your every other week.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be July 3rd. The guys had some pretty good ideas. We're in a group chat and not just talk about podcasts. We are good friends and have some ideas. It's going to be next Wednesday, though. It will not be live on site. I don't think we're ready for